a subir de nivel.
Toda mi gente se mueve.
Y esta la llevo en mis genes. Yo soy la reina de los nenes.
Mi música los tiene fuerte bailando y se baila así.
Okay.
And then let me know. But I don't make the decisions, Dr. B and them do. But you know, we just trying to get some more people involved or whatever, whatnot.
I understand. I got
to add to the family.
Man, I've just shared it on Facebook right now.
Estamos rompiendo la discoteca, la fiesta no para, apenas comienza.
C'est comme ça, ma chérie, la 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 la.
Francia,
I'm gonna
Colombia,
let this music roll in a minute, so we can cut the cameras on about 8:02, and I can go right into the show.
los DJ no mienten, le gusta a mi gente y eso se fue muy bien. No les bajamos, mas nunca paramos, es otro palo y vamos. ¿Dónde está el gigante? Me fait bouger la tête.
Azula, you're with me.
Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Dos, tres.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Say my body stay wetter than the ocean. They say that Creole in my body's like a potion. I can be a beast or I can give you emotion. Please don't question my devotion. I've been giving birth on these haters cause I'm murder. See these double C's on his back, murder. Want my double D's in his bed, murder. If you really love me, make an album about me, murder. Soon as I walk in, boys start they talking, right as that booty sway. Lift up your people, Texas, Puerto Rico, Islands to Mexico.
¿Y dónde está el gigante? Me fait bouger la tête. ¿Y dónde está el gigante? Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Dos, tres, luego.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast cheap. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy. Bang, bang, bang,
hey yo, Idris, tell them what they're gonna take the. When step out, do that turn up in a dish. Body comfortable, I'm physically fit. I'm a brown and sweet, just like the chocolate. Yo, Wiley, them ones sound like me. They're done up pretty with the upper body. Shut down in the city with me bad girl. Every man want piece of me. The back of them a pop and them a bun. Man want wine behind me have to move kind dusty. I'm looking for a brother who got hella pound. 079, baby, I'm a hammer, did you stop?
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast cheap. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Hey yo, Sean.
Hey, so when me spitty body with it, maybe gala get with it. Spitty body with it, maybe gala get. When me spitty body with it, maybe gala get with it. Wind up your body and spin it. Girl, when you bubble, that's a trouble. Why you give me this something now? Turn it around and bring it. You're pressing it back on and on. Never push that button, my girl, down, but I can't tip it. Once you broke out and fling it. Once your body shaking up to the limit. Once you wild out to wild it to S to the base, F London and mid on edges. Is it?
Bossy.
I came to rap, you know, do my thing. Sabi put me on the gram, you know, remix thing. Pull tight Wiley with the Pacino flow. Godfather part 2, call me De Niro. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Disrespect, man, get a slap on the chin. Man a king with a top, oh Larry, man a big DJ, Hawks, Megan and Harry. Boss, yeah, man a boss. I make your girl melt like a toast. I'll be this way someday, and I write for myself, no ghosting.
These a boy got money in a bank on. Ready for roll and blaze up this tank on. Got the girls from Taiwan to Hong Kong. The girl them champion in it.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on me, apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spread like it's ready. So fine, it's spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a dub cookie, baby, get the right stuff. You texting me, you know I won't be reply. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't this fly? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky high. Don't need nobody, but I'll take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. You can hop for all these girls anyway. My body dripping, boy, but you gon' have to pay. But when you get it, lick it like a candy cane. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, fly. Love a bone, live alone, leave it. Say, I don't want no drip, baby, spraying like you need it. So fine, spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a dub cookie, baby, get the right side. Pop it, baby, twist it, darling. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming, ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy, go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it, pop it, baby, twist it, darling. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming, ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy, go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it, keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, like. Love a bone, never long, leave it. Say, I don't want no drill, baby, spraying like you need it. So fine, spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a dub cookie, baby, get the right spot. Yeah, yeah. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby.
Yo, here we go.
Hit it, baby.
Keep it running.
I said keep it running.
Doctors in the house. They call it beat. Hey, look, this is gonna be the theme song of this year. We apply pressure. I'm gonna make y'all think this year. Especially with this Alpha Sigma. Woo, I can't wait for that.
It's official.
1, 2, 3. We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
Welcome to the year 2022.
Welcome to 2022.
Yep, you heard it, man. Welcome to 2022. We are in this piece. It is time for another edition of You Know What It Is, the full 180, man. Look, I hope y'all had a good holiday, a good break. You enjoyed it. Got you some rest and relaxation. I'm going to say that I did. And got to just kick it with your family, man. That's the biggest part of this. I hope you really got to spend time with your family. You know, we got introduced to another Greek, which is Omicron. And now there's no Divine 9, it's Divine 10 now, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, God, dog. And then it done got cold in Texas in January. It's like, what was this in December and November?
But then it's back on spring.
You hear me? It's just like, look, people gonna start, people got, normally you put your fall clothes up and your winter clothes up. Just leave them all out. Because you don't know what it's going to be. Man.
Put it on, take it off. Take a bath.
Right. Look, man, we have a great year of a whole bunch of things coming your way. We're getting ready for some new exciting things that I'm definitely gonna tell you about. I won't get into that now, but we'll get into it at the end of the show. We want you to be a part of it. We want you, our listeners, first of all, thank you for this riding with us. I can't believe, B, this has been going on for almost a year and a half. A year and a half, we started this at the crib.
Oh, yeah.
Me, you, Casey, Lisa, Clint, Charles. And it went from the radio station to it's now here, and now we about to be on Juneteenth number 2, the second one. Man, it is amazing to me. And I said before, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it just seemed like it was just yesterday. It's like it's been a whirlwind. It's been good.
Man, for real. And we done had some bumps and bruises, some ups and downs, some turnovers and some flips. But look, when I tell you when you're doing the right thing, man, the devil can't shake you. So we are here live in your ear hole. I know you can see us. Let me introduce, of course, our Queen Roy, or shall I call her Administrator Roy? She's doing the family thing, so keep her in prayers. Big bro, Mr. Legend is out there in Kansas City doing his thing on the ones and twos. What's up, big bro? He told me he had a gig today. I think today and Friday. So I was like, that's cool. But of course, always in the place is our own doctor. She will be officially the doctor this year. Other than Dr. Bree Ann Miller. She'll be walking across the stage. What up, DB?
Hey.
Man, it's time. It's time to get that paper.
For real.
Solidified. And you know I can't do it without my man. It's been a minute, but not long enough. It's still my dude, no matter where we go. I love this brother. He's a king in his own right. That's why we call him King Kareem. What up, Ring?
What up, y'all? What up? 2022.
Man, how you feel, folks?
I feel good, man. No complaints.
None whatsoever. How was your holidays, fam?
Holidays was good, man. Kicked it with the fam.
Okay.
Stayed in, didn't leave the house.
That sounds like a good thing when you can sit at home and not be bothered.
Sit at home.
Period. So yeah, man, that's good, man. How's the so you know, last time you said you've been married, divorced, married, divorced. You still married?
We haven't officially got remarried.
Oh, okay. So but she's still with you.
I've been hearing it around the house. Boy, I wish I had a ring. Like,
She giving you hints, huh?
Giving me hints.
Look, I am not mad at that, man. But look, I got to do a couple things. You know, of course, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. This is what we're going to discuss. Not Happy New Year 2021. I don't know where I got that from. 2020. Oh, because I know what we're doing. We're going back. Anyway, but I do want to give y'all, so I got a couple things that we need to take care of business-wise. My man, Mr. Caleb, Mr. 06, a new member of the proud fraternity of Alpha Alpha Incorporated. He has a new line of men's beard oil, beard wash, lotion, the whole nine. It's called the Kingsman Grooming. You can go to kingsmangrooming.com. You can order this offline, man. Look, I'm trying to grow a little something, bro. You know, I know you got me beat, but you know, I was saying, let me play around until about spring and see what I can do. So I went and I'm gonna get a little something, see how far I can really take it. I just,
right on.
You know, I'm not used to having all the hair on my face though. They're like this. So it's different. But you know, I done got a little compliments on it, so I appreciate it. But yeah, all my men out there, if you're looking for a good product to take care of your beard, make sure you holler at my man, the Kingsman, Mr. Caleb. Brand new line. It is Black owned. So make sure you take care of that. And if you're a reader like me, because I'm reading like 2 different books right now. But my friend, my family, my brother, he's also a pastor. Mr. John J. Crane has put out a book on Amazon. It's called #F5 to Win. The Mindset, Faith, Family, Finance, Freedom, and Future. Man, he just put this book out, I think, the other day. Look, it shocked me because I didn't even know he was writing the book. The brother he's a business owner, Black-owned business owner. He has a lawn service called Soul. I cannot think of it now. Oh, he's gonna kill me for that. So see, I'm gonna get it in the end of the show. I promise you that. But he does have a lawn business, so he's in the actual Crowley, Fort Worth area. But he just came out with this book. Basically, says how often in life do we slowly drift into stinking thinking, or what? I can't read that right there. The thinking that keeps us from obtaining goals and having the motivation to defeat obstacles and go to the next level in life. This book will share 5 areas, beginning with the letter F, that we can examine and focus on fixing as it pertains to how we approach life. The book is a reminder that we often need to clean that bad thinking out and put in some good information to replace those thoughts. Man, I said, man, go on Amazon. The book is like $17.99. Go get the book. I've already ordered mine. Appreciate you, Slim Thick. and it'll be here. So support my brother, man. He's also doing something in Fort Worth. I'm gonna call it Jazz Nights, where it is something during the day. They have a live band, live DJ, food, the whole nine, and it's something that Fort Worth needs. So I encourage him. Kudos to you, my brother. I'm definitely for it. So if you follow him on Facebook, Instagram, it's John J. Crane, and see what's going on. No, yeah, man, I need to get you ready, man, for the second inaugural Juneteenth celebration. It is going down. We are putting it together. Shout out to the Queen, Miss Sherry. I got my email today for the Zoom call. And of course, the man, the king himself, Mr. Darren Blair, and the Blair Foundation, man. It will be going down at Fair Park again this year. Real big, real big. Like, it's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be a car show. We're getting individuals. When I tell you, you do not want to miss the concert. All I'm going to do is say 2 names, Anita Baker and Mint Condition. I'm going to let that resonate in. And of course, your boy will be on the main stage on the ones and twos and run the main stage along with J.O. and AJ, the DJ. So when I tell you this year, it won't be nothing like last year. We're going to have tents. All we're going to ask you to do is bring your own lawn chairs. It won't be underneath the sun. When I tell you, we have worked out all the kinks. So this is where you want to be Juneteenth this year at Fair Park. I will keep you informed about what's going on. Of course, this Sunday, I'll be in Harlem for the Refresh, man. It's right, New Year, new things popping. Hopefully, new music coming out. I heard a brand new joint from Kanye West today. But we'll be on the rooftop if the weather permits. What I mean by that is, if it's cold, stay at home because I'm at home. Don't do it. I already made that mistake once. But it's a rooftop day party, man, 3 p.m. right there in Harlem. Of course, yours truly will be on the ones and twos. I think it's like 5 to get in, but if you get there early, before 5, then I think it's whatever. Hey, man, the food's decent. The drinks are even more better. All we do is have a good time. Sunday fun day before we get to the Monday, which is the work day. Your motivational quote of this year for the new show, man. I want you to listen to this and listen to it good, because I think this is great for everybody starting off the new year. The closer you get to excellence in your life, the more friends you'll lose. People love you when you're average because it makes them comfortable. But when you pursue greatness, it makes people uncomfortable. Be prepared to lose some people. Say it again, Greg. Okay. Be prepared to lose some people along the journey. Look, I had to learn this a long time ago. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody's not fit to make it. Other people just won't do it. So, you have to make that decision. And as my mother said, and I have learned, when people show you who they are, believe them. So, man, look, let's go and get into it without any further ado. What is tonight's topic? Well, we thought we would do a little something.
Way back into time. What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back into time.
And what we mean by way back, man, we're gonna take a real quick review of 2021. Now, there's so many things that went on, so we're trying to hit different spots or whatever. We want you to chime in. Make sure you get on the chat. I do have the chat up wherever you are. Just chime in. I would definitely ask your questions. If you got any feedback you want to give to it, then let us know. But we just want to recap 2021. I mean, man, 2021, so much happened. And as I was researching this, I don't know about you, B, I was like, man, there's so much that happened in 2021. So what we did is try to gather some highlights, just some highlights so we can discuss it with you, and even some things, I found some things that maybe you didn't even know, which will highlight 2021 of how we have, in my mind, evolved. When people's Black role, they understand that it does matter, that's what our theme was Juneteenth last year. So, Dr. B, I'm gonna give it to you and let you crank it.
Well, we can't start the year off without mentioning this presidency. A lot of things happened at the beginning of the year. Yeah, insurrections and stampedes and all kinds of stuff going on at the beginning of the year.
Man,
I mean,
it's real, man. Like when you bring that up, like it didn't even dawn on me when I was looking for it, but I thought about that. Like I seen a noose at the, did you ever think you would ever, like they make these movies, right? But then you see what goes on and you like, man, okay, fiction, fact, whatever. But just here recently in the Stampede, somebody hung a noose on a statue out there.
It's like when I was looking at it, I had to keep looking back at the date. I'm like, did that, like, it's so unreal. Like, did that really happen this year? Like, it's crazy. And I had to keep verifying, like, this really happened. This really happened.
And I just keep thinking,
2021.
like, yeah, it's 2021. And then because when we look at our Black History Month is coming up, but when we look at our Black history, I mean, it's like that's like 1950, 1960. But I always say, ain't it funny? Like if you look at all the hairstyles now, or like clothing wear, it's like all that stuff is coming back. Everybody wants to afro. I see somebody with the part.
One of them is I mean, I gotta point it out. Mr. King Reem got on Champions.
Made a comeback.
That used to be the brand that people would be like, hey, it's Kmart, but now it's like it's a real nice exclusive brand. Like everybody's into it now. So like you say, it just comes back around.
Man, which is crazy. We used to be in the back of Kmart. Nobody would touch it.
Be shamed.
Shame to wear.
I know I got it from Kmart.
That's crazy. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then we even with that said, we also made history with Kamala being the first female, being Black, being West Indian and Asian, all in one person as a vice president.
Look at her. I love it. Shout out to first, let me shout out to the sorority of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Congratulations, lady. We got a Greek in there. We appreciate you so raw. Even though I know some people are hating right now, but I love it. But the fact that you got like you said, she's so many nationalities. You know what I'm saying? All in one. And then you hear about beef that her and Joe Biden are having. But you know what's crazy about that? When you hear about the beef, have y'all noticed how much we hear about the White House when Trump was there? And now we don't hear nothing about what's going on in the White House anymore.
But even with them having beef, though, when people try to address, I know Kamala has kind of calmed that down and say, no matter what we got going on, that's still our president, and you're gonna put some respect on it. And she try to, you know what I'm saying? She don't get out there and just badmouth him or back off or disappear like some other vice presidents we know.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? She said, so she keep it professional.
Yes, she does all the time.
For sure. Even when Charlemagne the God was trying to go at him, she was like, "No, you're not gonna do that." She had his back. So
no matter what.
Have my back in the public eye, but behind closed doors, tell me how you really feel.
You probably was cussing him out and working her neck.
You know what I'm saying?
You said a word, bro. I need to see exactly how you act when I ain't around.
Yeah.
Don't flip me, because now I'm here. Don't do that. Oh, man.
Yeah, so.
What else, B?
On a different note, we lost a very, very special dear person. Miss Cicely Tyson passed away in January at the age of 90. That's one of those that was like when Aaliyah died, it was like, oh, like you never, like I mean, we know people live to die, but it was just like, dang, she died? Like she wasn't supposed to die. She's supposed to live forever. You know what I'm saying?
She like a Harriet Tubman. She's supposed to be here forever. You ain't supposed to
be here forever. That was a loss. And then some notable mentions. This person, he survived multiple cancers, but COVID took him away, and that's Larry King.
Yep.
He passed at age 87, and then Hank Aaron passed.
Yes.
At the age of 86.
Yes. And who is somebody else? It just came to my mind. Oh, the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Chaz Boseman. Yeah. I was just like, dude. Hey, but have y'all seen it's a movie on Netflix. It's like a Western movie that Idris Elba's in. And
oh yeah, they named the train for him.
Yes, in the train. I thought that was so cool that they did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then
A lot of kids.
they said Jaleel White is supposed to be the new Black Panther. The dude that's in Why'd I Get Married with the girl Angela. I love him though because his face was like.
Oh, you said Jaleel White. I was like, that's Urkel.
Yeah, I was thinking Urkel.
Oh, I said the name wrong. I'm sorry.
I was
sorry.
like,
make sure I get his name right. Make sure I get his name right. But they said he was supposed to be the
guy that played Spawn.
Yes.
Oh, Michael J. White.
Thank you. I got the last name right. I had the first name wrong. I apologize.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make more sense.
He's supposed to be the new Black Panther, or if it's not him, it's the dude who in the movie he played. We used to say those will be the Omegas and this will be that. Anyway, but he was a part of the tribe that was in the cave.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was in Get Out.
Yes.
Okay, I can't remember his name.
I can't think his name though.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
But he's supposed to play the new Black Panther if Michael J. White does not.
I would rather him be chosen for it because of he was kind of like the right hand man.
Right.
Until the whole
until the whole Killmonger came over.
Yeah. So
his name is Winston Duke.
Okay. Yeah.
Winston Duke. He was a part of the other tribe. Like when his mother left and ran to the cave and they needed the help, and he came. Angela Bassett and his sister went over there to talk to them. And this is in the movie. And then they came over to help.
Oh, okay. Oh, you talking about?
Yes, I'm trying to find his picture right now.
Yeah.
Give me just a second.
Wasn't he one of the writers?
No, he wasn't a writer. He was one of the cast members of the
M'Baku. Well, at least his name on the show was M'Baku.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm finna throw him up right.
The great M'Baku. Yeah, they was trying to get him to take the plant.
Yeah, barking. Okay, you know what? I know you're talking about now. Okay. All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense too.
Yeah.
Yes. And I heard about that.
To fight him to take over.
Right. So I thought that would be real cool if one of them would have been into it. But yeah, man, Chadwick Boseman, dang, like I still watch his movies today and just be like, I just can't believe. I just can't believe, not you, bro. Out of all people.
Yeah, because if they's gonna try to spin Killmonger into being a good guy, I was just gonna be like, just leave him.
But he died. Can't bring him back.
They got the secret sauce. They can bring them back if they want to.
Secret sauce, baby.
The sauce. The sister can get them over to the factory or whatever to fix them up.
Yes, sir. Oh no, yeah, for sure. Let's see what else happened this year. I'm gonna switch it to sports. Olympics. They call it. What did they say? It's Tokyo 2020, but it should have been 2021. Because we had to have it in 2021. So big things happen at the Olympics, such as what is my girl name? Simone Biles. She was actually at the Olympics, and at the Olympics she dropped out because she was competing, in the balance beam finale, but she withdrew from the all around competition. She won the bronze medal in a balance beam competition, but because of a state of, I want to say, depression or mental health, she withdrew, as well as Miss Naomi Osaka. Am I saying that right? I may have messed up.
The tennis player. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she withdrew as well because of the same issue. Then after that, let's see, I can give you a little more information than that. Basically, she had mental health struggles, so she pulled out of the French Open and then revealed in a statement that she suffers from depression and anxiety, and skipping the news conference was an attempt to exercise self-care. So mental health was a big deal last year, man. Not only that, then you got music stars like Lizzo. Lizzo went into a whole state of depression. You know, she said, so what I got on my notes basically says that when she dropped her song, Love Hurts, The Truth Hurts, she was so depressed. She was ready to quit the music business. You know, luckily her manager and tour manager was able to thank her and tell her not to give up. So man, the mental health was a killer 2021.
But with that said, though, I am, proud of our people are stepping up and starting to understand that mental health is important. Because, for whatever reason, it just seems like our people, I wouldn't say for whatever reason, for many reasons, our people don't tend to not get treatment, tend to not get therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because of the stigma that's been surrounding it for so long. But now people are really starting to say, hey, we need to go get therapy. We need to take care of ourselves and take time to heal our mental health issues. So, you got some bad things that happen with it, but then at the same time, I'm glad that they took the time to do that so it can kind of spread the word and say, hey, even we need to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. I get it, man. I mean, and like I just recently started going back to my therapist. Shout out to Mr. Owens. Because I felt myself falling back into that like around November and end of November and going to December. It was just, it was a lot of things. And it's crazy now that I understand it and I've gone through it. What I can say was I haven't felt like that, within the last 3.5 years, and those people that know me know why. But it was just crazy to have that feeling. And I was just like, man, something is wrong. And then when I had that conversation, it's like I just came out of it and, started slowly. So, because I wasn't even motivated to DJ at that time at all. It was just a lot going on. It's still a lot going on, but now I'm able to manage it a little better. So, mental health was real last year, especially when they shut down the city and we couldn't go nowhere.
Man.
But you left the liquor stores open.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of really started prompting it when we started losing kids to suicide. We started losing, just people. We were just depressed. It was like, I even went through a spell, especially in 2020 when the COVID thing was happening. It was depressing to me to drive around and the city was dead. Like nothing was open. You couldn't see people. You couldn't do anything but stay in the house. And I love my kids. I'm glad they didn't drive me crazy. But it was just like, man, I want to see people interacting. It even got so bad that when we did start moving around, to not be able to walk past somebody and smile at them and see them smile because we have masks.
Mask on, correct.
That was an issue for me. And I tell people that they were just like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's an issue for me to be able to look at somebody and not tell that they smile. I can just see their eyes. You know what I mean? So that's
Go ahead, Ray.
No, I'm just saying, she's exactly right. Like, you never know what somebody's smile does for you.
True.
And, not being able to see people smile, see people face, it was, that's a hard time.
I'm going to tell you something else COVID did. COVID made a whole lot of people deal with them who didn't want to deal with them. A whole lot of people been hiding behind that mask. They had to take that makeup off.
Yeah.
Find out who and see that person in the mirror. Now you can't go nowhere. That's a big deal. Not only that, it taught you who's really down for you and who ain't.
Exactly.
I learned, So go ahead.
On the flip side, though, on a more positive note, it prompted a whole lot of people to do some things that they've been putting off doing. A whole lot of people started some business.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, one thing about our people, though, we always gonna figure out if we really want to. We gonna always figure out how to pull up out of the problems. We always find a way to dig ourselves out of the dirt.
And look, that pandemic made a lot of people realize I really don't want to be with this person for the rest of my life. Like their relationship been in a pandemic before the pandemic even.
It made other folks realize how lonely they really are.
Like
y'all thought y'all was you thought you was a life at a party, and then the party ain't playing anymore. Now what? You gotta deal with you. Do you like you?
Exactly.
To be
like damn, like we don't have nothing in common, and we just sit in the house empty.
Like, look, man,
like, can you go to work?
Man, because you can't go to your side piece house. Because she mad because you can't come over there and eat. Look, 2021, it's side piece season was shut down. Ooh. I mean, I know y'all don't want to hear it. I tell y'all applying that pressure.
I tell people all the time, make sure the person you with is your side piece, your PEACE. Your side piece.
Not your PIECE.
Not your PIE, your PEA.
Knock my phone out.
You gotta have your side piece, man. Your PEACE. Without that side piece right there, woo.
Boy, look. A lot of people with marriages with, like I said during the COVID, either we're gonna have a whole lot of babies this year because y'all wasn't doing nothing but trying to rekindle that fire. So how many? Let me ask you, how many people y'all know having kids this year?
I know a few. I was gonna say either you having babies or
about 3. Yeah. I know about 3.
I know a few people had babies or were close to having babies.
So yes, yeah. I knew it. I was like, hey, it is what it is. We also lost a pillar to the actual, since we were talking about the White House, I meant to bring it, Mr. Colin Powell. If you don't know this brother, man, I don't know where you been. But this was the black brother. And, I know him, but I didn't know him. What I researched about him, that so he's the celebrated military leader who became the nation's first black Secretary of State. That is dope. I didn't know that was his role at that time. He died, unfortunately, from cancer, but he served, United States Army officer who served as the 65th United States Secretary of State from 2001 to 2005. And he was the first African American. I love that. Not only that, I got some things that maybe y'all didn't know that I found out. I was like, who is this lady? Because, United Nations, stay with the government. So the United Nations have now I'm gonna mess up this name, but I'm gonna spell it first. It's NGOZIOKONJO that -IWEALA. She's a black woman. Research her and pull her up. She's the World Trade Organization's first African and first female director general that's over the World Trade Organization. I thought that was cool. But when I tell y'all females stepped up in 2021, I love. I guess now you can't say that alpha male and alpha female.
I'm trying to say. I'm not. You bait me in. I'm not gonna.
What I do?
Women be on it. Hey, women be on it, man. They really be on it. Like they be motivating us to do more.
You better tell them. I didn't say it. He said it. A man said it. I didn't say it.
Man. Hey, you know how breakups go, man. They always say when a couple break up, the man go to the next woman. The woman starts a business, fixes her health, self-care, just boom, 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 boom. Just get it right.
But I have a question for you. Now, why couldn't we do that together?
Man, that's always
that would be the question. Why? Because 2 is always better than 1. Why couldn't we do that together?
Sometimes the person you with is the one that's holding you back.
We gotta say that for the next show, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta say that one, man. That's a good one right there.
Really bite a hole in my lip right now. I'm about to bite a hole in my lip right now.
We'll break the internet with that one, boy.
We gotta wait. It's a whole new show.
That one gonna break the internet.
Oh, that's gonna be okay. So we're gonna go through some other ones. My man, Mr. Bismarcky, part of the Juice Crew, he passed away in 2021, along with your man DMX. What you really want from a man?
I can't.
What's wrong?
Every year around this time, I don't know what it is, but every year around this time, I always get on my old gangster shoot 'em up movies. So I watched Belly. I watched Get Rich or Die Trying. I've listened to all of 50 Cent's albums, like back to back. I listened to all the DMX albums back to back. I mean, I could if I just tell you the list of movies that I've been watching, and it's just like I'm like, yo, this man's gone. Like
Crazy.
Yeah,
And
and it's just like
I was just at Harlow like Saturday before God blew the cold in. But it was just crazy. Like you can still play those songs and they jam. Like they won't ever get old. And it's crazy. You would think, I can't play this.
Timeless.
Music ain't even the same.
Man, no, not at all. Another thing that tripped me out, I didn't know Black Rob passed away.
Yeah, he died, I think, right around the time when DMX died, I think.
Yeah, let's see. It said Black Rob. Yeah, he passed away by April 17th because DMX passed away on April 9th. I was like, dude.
Yeah, they was right there by each other.
That was crazy.
DMX was in a coma for a while. And people are like, I'm just like, I mean, he was gone, but he just was laid there. I do feel like they should have let him go in peace a little bit earlier. But it's like you just kind of try to hold on to hope that somebody's gonna come out of something. It's just crazy.
And I may be mistaken, but didn't Aretha pass away in 2021? Or was it 2020? I could be wrong.
I think she was 2020.
Okay. It just popped in my head, so I was like, man, did she pass away in 2021? Because we was watching all the movies in 2021. They came out with 3 different ones.
She said she passed in 18.
Oh, did she? Okay. So they just now celebrate. Ain't it crazy to me? Or is it just me? Why is it? And I heard Mayweather say this. When Muhammad Ali was here, they couldn't stand him. But as soon as he died, now you want to celebrate him.
Whole world.
Why do we do that backwards?
Whole world.
That don't make no sense to me. It's like you put a movie out, you did this. I mean, you've done that. My thing is, you've done that with Michael Jackson. You've done that with who else that passed away? I mean, you do it with DMX. You did it with Biz. It's just like, why you don't? I had to learn that. Give people their flowers or celebrate people now while they're living. So that way you never have to think twice about, man, did they really think I love them or I didn't love them?
Right.
That just don't make no sense to me why we do that. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I guess it is what it is. But we do need to change the narrative.
I'm kind of switching tracks right now because I just thought about it. I don't even want to call him a police officer, but the dude that killed George Floyd.
I was saving that for last, but go ahead, put it on up.
Oh, man. Yeah. I think that was almost, it was like, you remember how people, when the OJ trial was going on, everybody was holding their breath?
I remember.
And then they just exhaled. I think that's one of these moments, like everybody's holding their breath, waiting on the final decision, and just you exhale, whether you was mad about it or happy about it. Everybody just exhaled. It was like, okay. I don't even know how long that dude's gonna last in jail. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But did he really go to jail though? See, that's what I'm talking about. He got
well, that's true. Yeah. Did he really? Because if he goes to the real jail,
yeah, he didn't make it. He didn't make it the first night. What he said is Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty of 2nd-degree unintentional murder, 3rd-degree murder, and 2nd-degree manslaughter in the death of George Floyd, which sparked protests against systemic racism and police violence in more than 2,000 U.S. cities and 60 countries around the globe in 2020. Not only we get, I call it reparations or get a victory, we also got a victory with Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery, Georgia convicted three white defendants of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, a young black man who they confronted while he was jogging through the neighborhood, as with Floyd and Blake Arbery's killing and the slowness of local law enforcement to make arrests have fueled anger and outrage among protesters condemning racial injustice and demanding change. I understand all my information came from CNBC, and I Googled it as well. So what I'm reading is definitely factual. I don't want nobody to think I'm just giving you information because it sounds good. But so my thing about these two things, then we had some other one. Breonna wasn't this year, was it? I was trying to remember everybody that passed away. I know they got a little poster of it. But with that being said, the Breonna Taylor thing, the other dude that got shot, all these things that are going on. Okay. But all these things going on. So my question to y'all is, do we consider this as a victory for us, a win? And my other question is, where's Black Lives Matter now?
I haven't seen a march in a long time.
Yeah, because I was gonna say two things. One, right after I don't like saying his name. After he got convicted because of George Floyd, there was another young man that was being killed by a cop. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so they did a lot of protesting and stuff like that. But it's like, yes, I'm glad that action is happening, but I can't help to feel some part of me, it's a gaslight. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this so we can get y'all to stop protesting, or we can get y'all to stop, tripping basically. But then it's like, our people, like you said, where's the protesting? And my hope is that we're doing other things in the community to start to spearhead, to get ahead of these things so that we don't have to protest as much. I mean, we're still going to be doing it, but I'm just like, I just have this hope in the back of my mind that we're not waiting for something else to happen, that we're actually being proactive.
And I'm glad you said it. That was the word that came in my head. I'm just trying to figure out, why are we so proactive? Why aren't we like,
we're reactive?
It's like being reactive. And with that being said, let me say, hey man, the election is coming up this year for your local. I know one individual I plan on getting on the show is Ms. Vonda Bailey. She's trying to be a judge in Dallas. And then there's a gentleman, he came to the church. I cannot remember his name, but he assisted in the actual trial with Aubrey. And he's trying to become the district attorney of Dallas as well. So, man, vote. Please get out your seat and go stand in this line and vote. Please, we don't want to go backwards. And I'm just tired of us making lateral moves.
Right.
It's all lateral.
Lateral moves. Say, if y'all go stand in line to go get some food, you can go stand in line to vote.
Exactly. Right. Stand in line to get some Jordans, stand in line to get the new PlayStation. But yeah, when we get to the election line, this line too long. I'm just gonna go home.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you, I'm gonna go back to that, but let me give you some other information. While we're talking about court cases, I don't want to end it there, and then I'll go to some other things that y'all didn't know. Of course, my man. Now, y'all say what y'all want to say. R. Kelly is still my dude. Robert Kelly got convicted by a jury in New York of federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges in September. Man, I mean, he still look, the brothers make good music regardless. I'm not saying what he did was right, but you can't tell me you still don't cut on one of them every now and then.
I don't.
Okay, well.
But the unfortunate part about it is that, he wrote a lot of other people's music and he produced a lot of other people's music. So I can't sit here and say that I don't support the music because I support the other people. But no, I don't listen to his particular.
Cool. I mean, that's fine. I always tell people to each his own. I say I mess with R. Kelly. I don't. Robert is a whole person. Yeah, I get it. It's
hard
to
be in there. You be like, dang, but I gotta change it.
Yeah. Like I listen to slow dance now. some of them other songs, like it's hard. Like when I hear scenes like You Ready, I'll be like, ooh.
And that's the thing. It's like I, in the back of my mind, okay, what little girl are you writing this song about?
Yeah,
and I
it was
can't.
like, oh my god. I was like, how we do this? I don't know.
It's so true. You know, in our community, every family has that R. Kelly, and we refuse to give up on that family member. Like you just refuse, like, yeah, Uncle such and such slept with, you know, he molested 5 little girls, but we still love him. Like, we got to get out of that. That's toxic.
You know,
like you got to call them out. Like you got to call them out.
Let them come.
I have a 5-year-old little girl. If someone touched my little girl, I'm gonna call you out. There is no. I'm gonna keep it on the hush. I'm gonna call it out.
He ain't gonna want to come around because he gonna be scared to come.
He's gonna be scared to come around.
Done deal. You know when you said the word toxic. You know we're gonna do a show on that. Ooh, I'm like Bree. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But on a lighter note, because we misuse that word so much. But yeah,
two words: toxic and love are used.
Toxic and love. It don't even know. Love is not a feeling. It's not a feeling. Boy, this
action.
I told y'all we applying pressure this year. Pressure. But now on a lighter note, my man, Mr. Hey, on Saturday mornings, man, it's the Fat Albert Show. Mr. Bill Cosby got released from prison after the ruling that his due process rights have been violated. I am kind of happy that, man. You know, he's 80-something years old, and you know, I'm not saying he didn't do nothing, and I don't condone it. But I mean, it's. I guess my problem is, if I did it, why you wait 6 months and then you want to say, well, Greg, I didn't like when you do such. You want me to speak about 6 months ago?
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because we're talking about R. Kelly, talking about him. So R. Kelly, his problem is they were underage. Bill Cosby, they were grown adults. So my thing is not victim shaming or anything like this, but I'm like, did these women actually consent and decided that they, you know, they got mad because they were the side chicks or whatever, and then they want to turn into something else? Like, that's kind of what I want in the back of my mind. But then you're like, but like you say, 80-something years old. At this point, it's like kind of hard to say, okay, what should actually happen with this?
Right. I think Dave Chappelle said something years ago. He said those Hollywood parties are like no other parties. I believe they all was doing the drugs. They all was popping mollies. They was always doing lines. Like,
I do believe that, doing them balls. Man, I definitely understand. Yeah, I can only imagine. So some other news that I found out. Did y'all know there was a brother that worked for Louis Vuitton? Now, I talk noise about these purses because, you know, y'all go buy $3,200 purses, but ain't got $3.20 to put in them. But, I mean, I get it, you know, because I buy clothes, but the clothes I buy, look, I tell people all the time, when I spend money, it's money that I'm actually getting back. So, but this brother here, Virgil Abloh, he is actually, it is interesting to me because he was the first Black Louis Vuitton creator director at Louis Vuitton. I thought that was so cool because you know when you watch, I didn't know Black people, you know, was even working for Louis Vuitton. Because you know I've seen the movie where they show Louis Vuitton or whatever. So you know it's foreign, yeah. But to see a brother in the scheme of that, I thought that was cool. I mean, unfortunately, he passed away. Yeah. And you know, I ain't trying to talk about deceased people the whole show, but I mean, these people were prominent people that I didn't even know. And for the kid in me, this gentleman here, Samuel E. Wright. Now I know y'all don't know who he is, but he is the voice of Sebastian, and he was Mufasa in the Broadway Lion King. I was like, oh, I didn't know this. This is food for thought. And you know, I like Broadways and ballets and all that. Like, if you didn't get a chance to go see the Nutcracker in Fort Worth, I'm sorry, but it was, oh my God, it was everything. I like ballets and symphonies and operas, and I'm telling you, black men, get out of going to Taco Casa. Do something else. Jesus. Learn how to plan a date. Bro, it don't cost that much. I have no sympathy for people that say, well, I really ain't got no money. If you got $20, you can plan a date.
Man,
be creative.
That's it.
Okay, unless I tell you I'm on Taco Casa. I mean, before I went, stop eating meat, Taco Casa it was okay. It's not a date, but
Right. I mean, I didn't say I didn't like Taco Casa. I'm just saying. There's more to life. Or like
he said he must be drinking taco vodka to take me to Taco Casa.
So, Bree, let me ask you this question. It's funny you said that.
Oh, Lord.
So, Bree, can a brother take... I just want to ask this question. Can a brother take you to Applebee's?
Yeah.
Man, when I tell you, I heard a female say, a brother can't take you out to... a brother can't take me out to Applebee's. You got to take me out to eat. What's wrong with Applebee's?
I mean, okay. Let me calm down. So Applebee's has amazing drinks at an amazing. I'm frugal. You asking the wrong person because.
But I'm asking. I mean, Stucky Style said 2 for $25. You saw right?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, why not?
Look,
and we
can
still get
right there.
We had this whole conversation.
And we can go somewhere else to do something else. I mean, because you take me on a date and you spend $100 and then the date is over. It's like, well, I ain't spent $100. What else is there to do? Like, I get. Again, you asking the wrong person. Again, that's that's what we're gonna talk about on our next show. When we these alphas and sigma peoples and stuff.
So, Corinne, let give us some insight. You said y'all had a whole discussion. Tell me, bro.
Yeah. So on my show last week, that was one of the topics: first date locations. And a lot of women was like, I want to go here, I want to go there, and I just said it just depends on the woman. Like, you have to know the woman. If you dating a Taco Casa woman, take her to Taco Casa. If you dating a Fogo de Chao woman, take her to Fogo de Chao. It just depends. Like, to me, the man should always pick the first date. Like, your budget, because 99% of the time, the man is going to pay for the first date anyway. So you have to know your budget. Don't go to these high class places if you can't afford to keep that up.
There you go. I was just about to say that. Don't start anything.
Don't start something you can't finish. If you're not an open up the door guy, don't be that guy.
And don't say, well, because is this a transaction? Well, I spent all this money on you now. What you gonna pay with between your legs? Like,
exactly.
I don't know why people think that's a thing.
For real, my first thing with you is I'm really trying to figure out who you are. And
that's what dating is.
If there's going to be another date too. So I don't mind paying, because if I pay, that means I can leave earlier than what I wanted to, and I can get on my phone and be like, "Hey, what you doing?" So I know this one's for sure. I ain't got, what I'm saying. Yeah. But I'm just like, hey, that's my thought process. I'm going to figure out who you are. I ain't trying. I don't even know you. Why don't you come to my house?
I'm not trying to be in nobody's phone as free food. You know what I'm saying? I want my name in there. I want my name. I don't want to be free food. So.
Oh, Lord.
as baby would say, put some respect on my name.
Man.
So Charles will appreciate this. So let's talk about some other highlights. Professional sports highlights. Your boy, the GOAT, beat the Chiefs 31-9 the first time.
That is on my list.
And what team has won the game in its home stadium? Tom Brady earned his 5th Super Bowl Most Valuable Player Award and 7 Super Bowl ring, both records. The crowd of the big game was limited to 25,000, of course, during COVID. Not only that, in the NBA, Giannis, I'm not going to say that last name, scored 50 points in 105-98 win over Phoenix and gave Milwaukee Bucks the first championship since 1971. He said this is for his mom. He says fighting off tears. I don't know if his mother passed away or not. Let's talk about this. The winter storm and power failure in Texas. Lord have mercy.
Oh, my God.
In February, storms bringing snow, sleet, and freezing rain combined with frigid temperatures to wreak havoc in Texas, causing road closures, widespread power outages, loss of heat, electricity, and water for millions of people. The death toll from the winter storm was later tallied at more than 200 people, and experts predict it could become the costliest weather-related disaster in the state's history. Man, look, I remember that.
Man, if I
was
never
bad.
in my life wanted to slap so many people before, that was the time anybody could have got in at that time, because it was so aggravating. It was so aggravating. And then, I mean, it was like even the aftermath, it was like, oh my God, on top of everything else, this is what we got to deal with. And I say this, I learned, live by a hospital or a police station, and your stuff will never get turned off. I'm telling, I can look at my window now and I see the police station. I know I'm on the right grid.
There you go.
Yeah, by both. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
The street. Look, and that there, so yes, it was a disaster, but I'm sorry, y'all know me. I like to find happiness and laughter and everything. What I remember is how all y'all went to Walmart and bought up all this tissue, paper towels, ground meat. I'm just like, boy.
Yeah, to throw it out. Well, no. They had to go old school with it and build an icebox outside to keep.
Man, we had the icebox outside.
And you couldn't use the toilet, so I can't help it with the tissue part.
I'm just saying, y'all bought all this tissue. How many people at your house?
But you know what? People start selling it and all kinds of stuff. I'm like,
they're still selling tissue.
How much for one roll type stuff? Like, no, we're not selling it. We're not selling rolls.
2 for $5. 2 for $5.
But hold on, though.
Can I get one of those slides? I don't need two.
Right. I just want to go back. I just want to go back to some, because I just want to put some on y'all brain. You know, you say Giannis won the championship and everything, the Greek freak. Why do you think they call him the Greek freak, but he's really Nigerian? Just want y'all to do your homework. That's all. Both of his parents Nigerian. That makes him Nigerian.
Oh yeah.
Both of his parents are from Nigeria. Both of them, mom and dad.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just thought they made that up.
Both of his parents are Nigerian.
See, this is what I need told.
Because they don't want, it's almost like.
Say it, Miss B. You already know.
What it really is. They don't want they don't want to give honor to the fact that he is Nigerian. He's
100%. 100%.
That is good. See, I like these caveats, man. People didn't think about all this. I like that. Appreciate you, Rain. You done taught me something.
I got you.
The other weather issue, Hurricane Ida, made her landfall as a Category 4 hurricane with 150 mile per hour winds. August 29th, man, claimed the lives of more than 30 people in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, becoming the most damaging storm to hit the region of 2005. 2005's Hurricane Katrina. I never thought it could get any worse than that. It says, after weakening to a tropical depression, Ida wreaked unexpected havoc in the Northeast, killing at least 60 people in 6 states and causing widespread floods of streets, neighborhoods, houses, and even the New York City subway. I remember that.
It's unreal, man.
You know, and then shout out to everybody in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Grambling State University alumni, Baton Rouge, wherever you from, man. West Bank, Alexandria. Bro, Louisiana is so fun to be, but it's like every year they get hit, but they always bounce back.
Always.
Well, that's what I say. I say about our people.
We bounce back.
Resilience. We always bounce back. I remember when the whole COVID thing, somebody sent me something. Somebody said, everybody else out here panicking, but you know, Black people been going through this for years. We gonna survive. I was like, boy, that's such a real
statement. We have it on our back this whole time. I mean, that's what we do. That's a constant thing. It's unfortunate, but it's fortunate. You know what I mean? It's like unfortunate that we have to, but it's fortunate that we're able to.
Yeah.
Right.
And the image, I'll never forget 2005 Katrina, where the people was trying to seek shelter and the National Guard was blocking them from entering in certain cities to get clean water.
That is
food.
crazy.
Just insane.
Bro. And it's like, so my whole thing is how do we prevent that? It's like, if it's something that happens every year, what are they doing preventable that's going to save it for not doing, for the havoc not happening next year?
That's not for our areas. The prevention is elsewhere.
I got you. I follow you. I'm with you on that one. I didn't go out there and rebuild them levees. So I am a geek. People know me. I am a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm all about computers. So Microsoft pulled the plug on the Internet Explorer. Boy, did y'all ever think that was ever going to go away? And now all they did was turn into Microsoft Edge. It said it is still dear to some and the core of the digital infrastructure of some organizations. Well, it will finally disappear and give way to Microsoft Edge, or whichever browser you prefer, or you won't miss it. How long it did, but it didn't say how long it actually been around. That's the part I wanted to know. Let's see, the other thing I wanted us to know about was it had something to do with, hold on, because I just read it a while ago. Had something to do with Facebook. All y'all with these Facebooks. Oh, no. A couple things, and I'll be real quick with them. So, a couple things that happened last year in 2021. A human brain was wirelessly connected to a computer. In a possible breakthrough for those with spinal cord injury, scientists at Brown University fully connected a human brain to a computer via a transmitter device. The trial participant with paralysis were able to move robotic limbs by simply imagining their movements. Man, that's dope.
That's insane.
I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
Hey, we always try something. Let's see what else in the actual the freak world. I wanted to let you know about, where is it? Come on. This happens when you be looking for stuff and then can't find it. I promise you, I just read it. Because it has something to do with Facebook. They was going through a whole relapse last year. Oh, I do want to talk about this. So, what is his name? There's a gentleman who went into outer space in his own spaceship. Let's see. Here we go. In just a second. Sorry about that. I apologize. Let's see. Biden Harris. We talked about that already. What else went on this year? The last thing I want to bring up. Oh, so I'll talk about this because I can't find the Facebook thing. But quite interesting over there, on the other side of the world. Of course, King Philip passed away, which is Queen Elizabeth's husband. However, first time ever, Meghan, where a prince and a princess actually discussed their decision to leave the royal life, as well as their tension with Henry's family and racism against Meghan in the British press. I thought that was cool, because we always talk about, depression and racism on this side of the world. You don't necessarily hear it over there. But this brother, wanted some black coffee, no sugar, no cream. And mama said she don't use our con. Why she here? So let me ask y'all this: if y'all were them, if you were a prince, or you was just actually princess, would y'all leave the royal palace?
I mean, the thing is, you have to weigh the cost of it. If it sounds like they really love each other that much, and if honestly, he probably was ready to go anyways. We don't know, how he was being treated. For him to just walk away, of course he wants to be with his wife. He's not, he's going to support her, and he didn't want to, her to endure the issue. But at the same time, like you say, it's the royal palace, so it seems like he was ready to go. He didn't really fit with the agenda that they were going after, and that just added to his, his reasons. I mean, this is just my opinion. What I don't know those people. But to leave, your whole life, you think about, your whole entire life, because and they probably gave him a lot of crap about it anyways, because sometimes it's like word I'm trying to arrange marriages. They trying to tell him who he needs to marry and who he should marry and all that stuff. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that we don't know that played into that decision, and it might not be just that he was married to her and he wants to keep his family together. It could be a lot of other things too.
Right. Think about how people get mad when music groups break up, and I believe one fan killed a Beatle, and then he endured on what happened with his mom, Princess Diana. So he probably figured all the hate that his wife was getting, somebody was gonna take her out, I believe. So he said the best thing for us to do is to leave.
I mean, I'm like Bree. That's why I asked that question. It's like, man, you just picked up and left. Like money is not an object to you.
Man,
now you gotta go out and get a real job, bro. Like you have no heirs to the family anymore. And like I said earlier, I found it bumpy year for Facebook. Because I'm a tech guy. Let's see. Concerns about its struggles to adequately protect data, limited hate speech, misinformation, and other disruptible content. The world's largest social network confronted a flood of issues this year, beginning the Capitol insurrection and its subsequent decision to indefinitely suspend President Trump's actual page. Let's see. Documents later leaked by former Facebook employee turned whistleblower Francis Hahn revealed more damaging information about the impact of company's platform on young users' mental health. We talked about mental health. Finally, Facebook announced that it was rebranding itself as Meta to reflect a focus on the metaverse and virtual reality space where users interact with each other amid a computer-generated environment. Man, look, without Facebook, go ahead.
Before you say that, have y'all ever watched the series Black Mirror?
Black who?
Black Mirror on Netflix. It's kind of a weird mind. If I'm not gonna say the word because we're on air. It's usually, I don't even know how to describe it. They take these things. There's one season where these people were stuck inside of somewhat of like a port, they had to do these routine things and everything was computer generated. Like your whole life was based off of you doing these exercises and you had to keep doing them in order to live. You had to use this virtual money to buy food, to watch TV, to do different things. And I would have to, I have to get the episodes or whatever that it's called, but it's weird. I feel like this metaverse, or what is it called?
It's called Metaverse. Give me 1 second.
It's going to pull people into a horrible black hole.
Yeah, Metaverse, a virtual reality space where users interact with each other's amid a computer-generated environment.
We are living in the Sims world.
Man, bro.
Or are we just really not going to talk anymore? We're going to be virtual reality from now on.
Dating is takes.
So you want to do stuff like that? It surely is. That's just what it is now. You don't date, we text. Well, we text, that means we together. Is that what you're saying, Corey?
Man. Corden is gone. Corden is texting, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can meet some interesting people on the internet, but once you get there, it's time to let's exchange numbers, let's talk, let's go out, we can't just keep going for texting. Where does it? You know what the worst thing is when people go hi. That's it. That's what we doing.
Right, that's your extended vocabulary, just hi.
At least give you a full couple of sentences. Just hi. And what I'm supposed to respond to that?
But I even go further with that. Think about it. It's like if we text, you still so it's like we text and then we have arguments. Because when I text you, you read it, and then in your head, you've taken what I said and flipped it in your head so it can seem what it looks like to you. But then you mad, but it's like that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone and talk. We ain't got that problem.
No, we gonna keep texting back and forth. We gonna argue by text and keep misinterpreting.
all these dissertations and
hey, have you ate something? What you trying to say? I don't have any food.
You know what I'm saying? We just read into it. It's like everybody want to create. You know what?
You read that out of that?
I'm telling y'all, pressure. I'm applying pressure this year because too many people are creating their own narratives because of their own traumas. Ooh, I can't wait. When I tell you, I got some pressure for y'all. I got some pressure. So look, man. You know, I mean, year 2020. What do y'all think? Year 20. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here, but I got a couple questions.
We can't.
Oh, go ahead.
We got one more.
Oh, I got one more. Yes, I do. I got one more.
Betty White.
I apologize. Yes. My grandmother would kill me right now.
Did you know she was the oldest one out of the Golden Girls?
The oldest one. I did not know that.
She looked the youngest and she lived the longest.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Then she got a video where she was doing this. I said, what she know about Houston?
Oh, yeah. The game.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Man.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw
yeah, man, she was just a couple of weeks from her 100th birthday.
100th birthday, man. And she was a real life activist. Like, if you look at her body of work, she was a real life activist for us.
Did a lot of stuff. She was very high, or how should I say, very highly recommended in the Black community. Like, she did stuff for real. Like, she showed it. And then
invited to the cookout.
Right. And then not last, I gotta say something about Young Dolph. Man, look, the real rappers that ain't mumbling are getting killed too soon. I'm just like, how y'all be getting set up with people that live in that's like in your camp? And it's like, bro, if I'm working with P. Diddy and I'm eating, why am I trying to get him killed? I'm eating too. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on in the rap world or whatnot. Now, I know a lot of people are blowing smoke or talking that smoke, but they really ain't got them hands and everything else to back it up. And I'm gonna say it, Soulja Boy is one of them. I seen you on the episode when you was there with your girl and the old boy that played basketball, and you said something fly, and his girl told you, "I beat you." I was like, bro, you have nothing else to say as long as you are here on Earth. But he blow all that smoke like he very bad, but I always want to run and go get an AK. I'm so tired of these pretend gangsters. One person I can tell you that's really what he say is what he mean, because I seen it when I used to go to Atlanta. T.I. Remember y'all saw that video where he got that money sitting in the dash? It's a truth. I'll never forget it. Shout out to my boy Greg Street. When we used to go back and forth to Atlanta and do stuff. Bro, I seen that. I thought it was, I had to get close. Now I ain't stupid. I didn't put my hand in there. But I got close to the car to be like, oh, he do this for real. I don't understand it, man. All the good rappers, all people that actually talking about something, they died too early. You know, I hate when Bernie Mac left. I mean, it's 1,001 people. That's why I say I didn't want to get too much into individuals that passed away, but it was just a whole lot of death going on last year with COVID, and then a lot of just crazy stuff happening in the city. So let me ask y'all this: couple questions, 2 questions. One, just one question. Now that we went over through this and we did a certain recap on certain things that happened in 2021, it's 2022. And we're going to use this theme for the Juneteenth celebration. So I want this to be on everybody's mind. And when you come out, we're going to have a panel of guests like we did last time. Y'all know how we get down. We're applying pressure. And we want the audience to get into it because you'll be able to come a little closer because we'll be in the expo building. But my question is this: where do we go from here?
We got to go up.
But how?
I was just saying it's gonna look a lot of different ways, but we gotta grow. We can't go backwards. We can't stay stagnant. We have to keep going. We have to. We've crawled out of so many situations. We have to. It has to get better. I don't honestly. I don't. And it's possible, but I don't feel like how much lower can we go?
I don't know. Ring, where we go from here, bro?
We got to go up. Like, we got to use each other. Like, we got to use our resources. I feel like sometimes we get a source that's working and we want to keep it to ourselves. Like, just because I have a clothing line and you have a clothing line, you may have a different avenue than what I have. That don't mean we competing. That mean we helping each other. I don't think we help each other enough.
Yeah, that's what keeps us.
I think that we're always looking to get paid to help somebody. Like, what's wrong with helping your fellow man, your fellow woman when they need help? Like, why do I have to put a price on everything I do for you? Like,
we get mad feeling like, people trying to hustle us.
Right.
But we hustling each other. Like, how does that work?
Hustling backwards. Like, we got to help each other. Like, I try to promote everybody I possibly can on my social media. I get inboxes. Hey, how much you charge for that? What you mean? It's a share. I don't charge nothing.
That's it. That's, bro. Look, I tell people all the time, they don't think free in life. Well, some people say, or I've heard it say, ain't nothing free in life but salvation. Now, what I will say is not free in my world is my time. Don't waste my time. I don't care if it's a relationship, business, whatever the case may be. Bro, if you don't want to do it, just say you don't want to do it. You don't hurt my feelings. Just be straight with me, and I'll be straight with you, and we can go about our business. But don't waste my time. But but to what you said, Kareem, I agree. A lot of people know the game, like financial wealth. There's a lot of people of our color that know the game, but you're so scared to teach it because you think somebody gonna take something from you. Absolutely. Bro, you can't take it with you.
Boy.
I know how to DJ. So, but it's my job to find somebody else and show them. I had a young kid ask me, his name was Courtney. What up, Courtney? Miss Ivy's son. Yeah, the way that I did her son's birthday party, the way he described my board, when I tell you this kid is so intelligent. So my thing is when he asked me, hey, can you teach me how to DJ? Yeah. My homeboy Tank asked me, yeah, I'm going to teach you what I know because how did I learn? Somebody taught me.
Somebody taught you.
We got to keep it going. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Oh, no, you good. I was just saying, like, when I finally learned crypto and stocks and actually understood it, man, I've been sharing this knowledge all over the place. I feel like the CIA go put a bullet in me because I've just been telling everybody everything I know, but I didn't want to hold on to it. When you finally learn something that you see an interest in and you see people making money, like, okay, how are they really making this money? And it's just some minor things people miss when they invest. It's just a couple things to look for, then boom, you're on the right slope.
Bro, I mean, we gotta teach each other, man. And I'm gonna say this last thing. The other thing when I say where do we go from here is that because the dynamic of the Black family is becoming extinct. That bothers me, bro. Because I wouldn't have made it through college without my family. It's a couple things I wouldn't be able to do without my family. Now, I know some people experience hurt in their family first. And I get that. Or maybe experience it now. But man, the fact that the Black family is becoming extinct, that is a problem, bro. That is a problem to me. Because, and that's when I said what I asked you earlier, why couldn't we get it together? Why couldn't we go get that bag together? If you got to be in the front, cool, I'll play the bag, I'll be sous chef. But we getting it together. It don't matter. The two became one. It ain't two when you still got your own agenda and you doing what you doing what you want to do, and I'm doing what I want to do. You can't do that, bro. That's not the Kool-Aid already sweet. Get your finger out of it. Leave it alone. And we definitely gonna get into that because that's something that really, really bothers me, and I see that a whole lot. Especially when they say, grown single women can't raise men these days. Grown, raise a man like you need a man there. What's name? my sister Tamiko wants to talk about that. So I don't know, bro. Like that just bothers me. That whole black family becoming extinct. And you talking to somebody who don't have no kids. You know, I'm 44, ain't got no kids, but there's no way. There's just no way. When I get married and we have kids, if she still want to have kids that time, bro, we gonna do this to them do us part. And please don't have me call your mama and tell her about your black dress. Meant that said that. But yeah, man, look, we gonna get out. You know, I like to have a little fun before we go, right? So before y'all get y'all last word, I have a question. Once y'all think about this, even you listen, Stucky. Am I saying that right? My bad, brother. I don't want to mess up your name. And Bree, I know you gotta go. Antoinette, hey, Miss Antoinette, thank you for joining us. What up, Court? And Mr. Stucky Styles and everybody else that's on here. My man Matt Dye. What up, Eddie? Question. This is the question I want to ask. I hope you can see it on the screen. So, your man has $50. You have $200. Y'all go out, and the bill is $46.78. Who pays? Bree, what's the smirk? What's the smirk for?
Whoever wants to pay. Whoever says, hey, I got it. Either one. It doesn't matter.
But my brother just said normally when a brother go out, he pays for the first date. But if he got $50 and you got $200, who pays?
It's just a simple communication. I'm big on that.
Right.
We just have to talk about it. I mean, if I'm asking you to go out, I'm paying. It's just a simple thing. If he asking me to go out, he's paying. If we come up a little bit short and he say something, depending on how I feel about him, if I'm feeling him and I really wanted to go somewhere, then I don't mind paying. Like it's not even that serious to me. People get they pennies up in a bunch, they drives up in a bunch over the smallest thing. You're gonna miss out on a blessing, you of a wonderful person over a $46.78 bill.
So Kareem, you in your situation, your soon to be is there with you. If y'all go out and you got $50 and she got $200, who pay?
She'll pay.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Like if I know that I have $50, we go get that 2 for $25.
You want to tell me you got $50. Take me to Taco Casa, take me to Wendy's, we can hold hands and walk through the mall, the outside area, and talk and all that stuff. Like it's not even this. Y'all, people get so wrapped up in money thing.
Yeah, I think people get wrapped up in that.
Show.
Yeah, I think people get wrapped up in that so much, man. Like I'll pay the bill, you pay the tip.
Because the thing is, at the end of the day, if we work out and it blossomed into a wonderful relationship, we gonna win because we gonna do it together. You know what I'm saying?
Like what's saying, baby, all I got is $50, but I really want to take you out. Like just communicate.
Now, it's a couple things that you can see. So I'm gonna read the comments real quick. Miss Ivy, she said, I got the tip unless he has already let me know he ain't got it. Then I got it, no problem. It's food, drinks, not a flight vacation. I mean, but my whole thing is if it's a flight vacation. Antoinette said, I'm digging these women right now. Antoinette said, I would pay. What? Let me find out. And then what you said, Kareem, Ms. Ivy did say communication is key. And then Antoinette said, yes, ma'am. So I'm going to tell you what. So I'm going to give you my take and then we do the last word and get out of here. The reason why I said is how there was a video that I shared with Bree. And I'll put it on my page so you can see it. This gentleman was doing a actual marriage type of deal. And he told his wife that I want to talk to you, but every time I talk to you, you make me feel like it's like you don't listen to me. Or when he does talk to her, he thinks that he's attacking her. So what I'm saying is, how many men are in a situation where you can really be with your woman and tell her I ain't got it, and she doesn't belittle you? how many women, which I'm glad I'm looking at women now, that are saying that they would pay, because how many women would hear their man say that and be like, oh, baby, it's cool, and not be on the phone with their girl talking about, girl, he took me out, couldn't even pay the bill. It's a reason why I asked that question. I want y'all to marinate on that, because that's what we're doing now. And Bree said it a while ago. If we together, because this is my thing. In my businesses that I have, if I win and we together, we win. So it ain't nothing about me taking care of you, you taking care of me, or whatever the case may be. If we partners, we partners. If we in a relationship, we in a relationship. I don't ever ask you about money, because my thing is, if I got it, you got it, and I can. What you say?
Y'all better stop listening to these people making these songs, because guess what? Y'all out here being single and hot girl and all that other stuff.
Tell them, Bree.
They just taking y'all money. They entertaining. That's what they supposed to do. That's a job.
Tell them.
But that's for sure. That's not real. There's people,
and people don't get it.
It's not real.
Corey, let me ask you this: if your woman, so I said this to some people, and me and my mother and my sister had this conversation. There's no way you're gonna get my money and my time if you ain't got my heart. Do you agree, brother? Bottom line. I'm just like, there's no way. I'm not gonna waste my time with you. That's crazy. Why would I do that? And it's just like, what are we doing? But that's why I asked that question. When I seen that, I was like, man, how many men would have the courage to tell their woman in their face, baby, I got $50, and not get laughed at, not feel no type of way. But then when you do that, then you wonder why he don't talk to you, and now he's talking to somebody else about what's going on in your house. Vice versa.
Look up on Facebook and be like, he got married. Yeah, because he got with a woman who understood the situation, the assignment that y'all listened to.
Why you didn't do that with me? I tried to.
But you laughed at me. You gave up.
Like, you laughed at me.
Yeah. I'll never forget, somebody asked me, well, why you didn't fight for us? What the hell you think I was doing?
Was that Acrimony? The Acrimony movie?
Yes, that is my movie.
Yeah.
That is my movie. Hey, and before we can do this last word, I want y'all to watch Harlem. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Oh, that's my show. Oh, I love Harlem.
I tell you, there's so many people in that movie that I pinpoint and be like, oh, that's you, and that's you, and ooh, that's something for me. It's please watch Harlem. We're gonna do a whole show on Harlem, I promise. Bree, that's what
got her divorce. Hey man, I'm not laughing at them, but again, that goes with our other show. I'm please believe I'm not laughing at them. I just think the situation. I think she was getting her. We gotta talk
about that.
That's the whole thing to unpack.
It's so much to unpack in that show. Yeah. Ooh, man. When that brother looked at her and told her, you were my everything. I spent everything. Yeah, anyway. So Bree, go give us your last word.
Y'all, oh man, 2021 was a roller coaster, but everybody be like, this my year, that's my year. I got so many wonderful things happening from January the 1st. It just blew my mind. And, all the other things that I knew was coming up. This one thing just came out of nowhere, whirlwind. I'm excited for it. But y'all just keep your head up, keep pushing. Just try to find at least one positive thing, one thing that can make you smile every day, and let that be your motivation to keep going, taking those steps one day at a time. That's my word.
King Ring.
And kind gestures. Do a kind gesture for someone without wanting something in return. Do something nice for somebody just because. Like, don't look to get nothing out of it. Get the gratification that you did something nice for somebody, and don't go to Facebook. I just gave a homeless guy $20. Like, if you go do something for somebody, do it from the heart. Don't do it for the book.
My last word is, this year, I want everybody to really, really search inside of them and ask them, because I have a new thing I'm going to show you about love languages and stuff to avoid. Thank you, Bree. But this year, I want you to really figure out how to love somebody. Really figure out how to love somebody. Learn the definition. and then I want you listen to me carefully. Apply it. See, the problem is you say it, but you don't apply it. And you need to apply it to where the other person understands. And if the other person doesn't understand, this year I want everybody to learn how to put your phones up and sit down and have a conversation to get an understanding. Do that for me. Look, man, tell you the 418's got pressure. We got a show coming up called Alpha Man and Sigma Man. That's all I can tell you. Maria's gonna run it. Kareem, you gotta come back. Look, we're gonna try to get some more brothers on, some other women. Antoinette, you wanna get on? Stucky, you wanna get on? Look, come on. We gonna have a conversation about this because it's gonna be a 3-part show. Make sure you keep our girl Christina Roy in your prayers, man. I was going through a little something, but we know God is the last one that's going to make everything work, so she'll be all right. Pray for my brother on his travels back from KC. Be good, big bro. Other than that, man, look, this is where we are. 8 o'clock every Tuesday. We're on the full 180, giving you content and real good context. Make sure you share, like our page. If you want to sew into us, you can do that too by going to $MASON 410 on Cash App. And and all those proceeds go to. We are doing a live show at the end of this month on January 29th at the African American Museum. I'll have the flyer ready out next week. We're putting together a topic. You'll see King Ring. You'll see the whole crew. We may even have the OG Pillar Talk conversation. What up, Mayor Clint Baker? Yes, it's gonna be very interesting.
It's my people.
So come out, come kick it with us, man. We want you to be involved. That's our thing this year. We want you to be involved. We want to know what you got to say. We want you to give us the content that you want us to talk about. And we want to circle this full 180. No more 360. It's 2022. It's time for you to find your full 180 and find your new way of walking and do your best in walking. That's what we do every day. If we slip, we fall, but we also hold each other accountable and responsible to make sure we get back up. Man, look, I appreciate you, King Ring. Dr. B, you got something to tend to. Other than that, man, all our listeners, thank you for watching. Once again, subscribe, and we'll see you on the other side. You know how I do it. I live by 2 mantras. What is it? Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And while you're on this side until you get to the other side, always remember to love, live, and laugh. Think big, believe in God because he believes in us. See you next Tuesday right here on the Full 180. Let's go. Apply this pressure.
Thank you for being a friend.
I got to play this for my grandmother.
Travel down the road, back again.
I know she listening.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
All this out.
Your eyes on me, apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love upon it, it belong, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spread like it's so fine. It's spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby, get the right side. You texting me, you know I won't reply. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't this fly? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky high. Don't need nobody, but I'll take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. You can hop for all these clothes anyway. My body tripping, boy, but you gon' have to pay. But when you get it, lick it like a candy. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it tight. Love a bone, it belong, leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spread like you need it. So fine, it's spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a dub cookie, baby, get the right side. Pop it, baby, twist it, darling. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming. Ooh, keep it running, leave it messy. Go ahead and live in it, swim up in it. Pop it, baby, twist it on it. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming. Ooh, keep it running, leave it messy. Go ahead and live it, swim up in it. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, like love bomb, never long, leave it. Say I don't want no drill, baby, spray it like you mean it. So fine, spicy, baby, jump up on me. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a thug boogie, baby, in the right spot. Yeah, yeah. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. Oh, hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. I said keep it
That's all, folks.